Hello and ahoy, everyone. It's your old buddy Doc back again, but this time for the 1 year anniversary of Story Time with Doc. Now, this point last year, we were in a much different place. And unfortunately, we were all in forced shore leave. And it kind of cut us, the crew of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly, off from all of the people that we love and love to see. And we were trying to figure out new and interesting ways where we can connect with you, the people who we love and appreciate, our fans. And so we came up with Story Time with Doc. And this allows us to kind of share a story with you every week. And I hope that you all have been following these stories as we've gone along. And you've enjoyed it and you've gotten something out of it. And so we decided that what we're going to do is tonight, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reread the first story that I ever read on Storytime with Doc, which, personal favorite, Goodnight Pirate. And so, what do you say we go ahead and dig in and let's begin. Let me just make a change or two here. Perfect. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started for you. And it's Goodnight Pirate. The stars are out. The tide is in. It's time for bed. Let's tuck you in. And here we go. I will. Goodnight Parrot. Goodnight Hook. Whoops, I missed something. Hang on. There we go. Pages stick together. Goodnight Spyglass. Goodnight Book. Goodnight Mainsail and Crow's Nest. Goodnight Pirate, time to rest. Goodnight Cutlass, goodnight Hat. Ooh, goodnight Cannon. Ahoy, ship's cat. We've got a ship's cat around here, too. Shiver me timbers. There's an X. Drop the anchor. Clear the decks. To Treasure Island, off we go. This way, shipmates! Yo, ho, ho! It's been a year since I've read it. I need some prompting every now and again. Goodnight, Booty. Goodnight, Shore. Buccaneers, forevermore! Cutlass, Cannon, Book and Cat. Pegleg, Parrot, Hook and Hat. Scallywags with crooked scars. Flapping flags and moon and stars. Goodnight ship and treasure chest. Goodnight Pirate, time to rest. And off he is into dreamland for yet another adventure. So there we go. The first story I ever read to you all on Storytime with Doc. So there we go. And who knows, maybe we'll make this an annual thing every year. We'll reread that same story. But tonight I didn't just want to give you a single story and have you on your way. And I would like to thank again all of you, my friends, that are joining. So I do see you both in the Book of Face as well as the Clock app. Definitely an ahoy from your old buddy Doc there. But I wanted to see about giving you a second story. And this month, definitely a special month. And so what I figured I would do is I would give you another story. And this one is by Michael Hall. And it's called Red. And it's a Crayon story. I don't think I've ever done a Crayon story before. So let me see. Sorry, I was just making some changes there. But let's see. That should look a little bit better for some of you. And let's go ahead and begin. Wonder what a story about a crayon would look like. Now, I know it's not a pirate story, but maybe I can make a connection at the end. He was red. Doesn't look red. But he wasn't very good at it. Oh dear. His teacher thought he needed more practice. I'll draw a red strawberry, then you draw a red strawberry. You can do this. Really? And Scarlet, his teacher, had faith that he could accomplish this. But he couldn't, really. Like that? Oh my, let's try this again. His mother thought he needed to mix with other colors. Why don't you two go out and draw a nice round orange? A really big one? A really orange one. Do you think they can? But they made a big greenish one. Yuck. Oops. I think blue feels bad. His grandparents thought he wasn't warm enough. Your class is making self-portraits for Parents' Night. Wear this warm red scarf. Oh, nice. It's so you. But it so wasn't. Oh, dear me. Not quite what they were expecting. Everyone seemed to have something to say. Sometimes I wonder if he's really read it all. Don't be silly. It says red on his label. He came that way from the factory. Frankly, I don't think he's very bright. Well, I think he's lazy. Right? He's got to press harder. Yeah, really apply himself. Give him time. He'll catch on. Of course he will. Seems like everybody had something to say. I don't know if it was really the right things, though. But he didn't catch on. His friend made a green frog. His other friend made a black sheep. And yet, his other friend made a wonderful brown cow. But his red, not quite. Nah. All of the art supplies wanted to help. The masking tape thought he was broken inside. This will help hold you together. The scissors thought his label was too tight. One snip should do it. And even I thought he wasn't sharp enough. Stay still now. But even with all our help and all his hard work, he just couldn't get the hang of it. However, one day he met a new friend. Will you make me a blue ocean for my boat? A blue ocean from a crayon called red? I can't. I'm red. Will you try? His friend asked. And so he did. Thank you. It's perfect. You're welcome. It was easy. And he didn't stop there. He made bluebells and bluebirds and blue jeans and blueberries and blue whales. I'm blue! He was blue. And everyone was talking. My son is so brilliant. Who could have known he was blue? I always said he was blue. It was obvious. His blue ocean really lifted me. All of his work makes me happy. His blue strawberries are my favorite. He's so intense. I'm going to make a green lizard with him. A really big one. I hear he's working on a huge new project. He's really reaching for the sky. And he really was. So it seems like our blue friend was not what the label said. And you know what? That's okay. Because while he could not make all those things red, like fire engines and apples and strawberries, he was able to make the most wonderful blue things, and bluebirds and blue jeans and blueberries. And what a wonderful message, because I believe that can affect us or the people that we know. Maybe what their label is not what's right for them. And maybe they need to find themselves. And maybe they need a friend to ask them to draw them a blue ocean. Somebody to believe in them. And somebody to have the faith that maybe you're blue. And that's okay too. Some people are red, some people are blue. And you know what? I think that really works out as an excellent message of today, because they should be proud of who they are and what they really are on the inside, and not stick to the labels that people have given them. And so, you know, your old buddy Doc likes to come with a good story to make sure that you feel good and that we take things out of it. And so I highly recommend that you get Michael Hall's Red, a Crayon story, added to your collection, because I definitely think this story has a lot of great value to it. So, I thank you, Sapphire Mermaid. It is absolutely my pleasure. And thank you for all of those who have joined me tonight. Hello there, Wendy, my dear friend. I am going to make sure to, there we go. And I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So hello, all of my friends who have joined. And thank you for joining me again on this 1-year anniversary of Storytime with Doc. And if you happen to have stumbled across me through the Clock app, you'll find my Storytime with Doc on the YouTube and under the Pirates of Fortune's Folly. And you'll have a lot of other really great videos. So you can either find me with Storytime every week, where I bring a brand new children's story, a pirate story or pirate-related story. And I think that even Red is a pirate story, because, you know, people would never have told me that I was a pirate or that I should live the life of a pirate. But I would like to think it's not on what the outside that's what counts. It's what's on the inside. So you're absolutely right. And please feel free to, if you're not following me already, feel free to follow me. And feel free to find me on the other social networking sites. Me and the rest of the crew of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly. We love to entertain, educate. So we do a little bit of edutainment for you. And hopefully it's a great time and you all really enjoy it. And I have been missing you too, Wendy. So hopefully you are having a good time, and hopefully you enjoyed the fact that I could get on here as well. Because I'm coming to you not only on the Book of Faces, but also on the Clock app. And this will all be available to you on the other Tube app as well. So, and please, like I said, feel free to find us on all of the social networking platforms. If you go and you take a look at Pirates of Fortune's Folly, you'll find us all there. So Cassandra and Phelan say hello. I will be sure and tell my captain that. Yes. I can. Why? Yes. I just, and for my dear moderators who are in the separate chats, if there's stuff that I need to know, please let me know. And hello, Rocky. It is good to see you, my friend, and hopefully you are enjoying some time at home and not that second home, because I never like to see you there. I like to see you at home and building some wonderful models. You always impress me with your artistic ability, and I love each and every one of the models. And so hello to all of you. And I think I even seen at the beginning, my dear friend Captain Jack Sparrow. Should be in the chat as well. So hello to all of you. Now on the Book of Face, if there are comments or questions or messages, I will try and get to them as I can. So now I've given you 2 stories tonight, which is definitely more than I do any other story time with Doc. But definitely on, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask myself or the crew. My crew is in both the Clock app as well as the Book of Faces. They are more than capable of answering for me if I can't at any point. I know on the Book of Faces I can't see where we're at. So there we go. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. So awesome. Maybe I can. There we go. Sorry about that little technical. So Wendy, go and fix that trailer, my dear, and I will have more surprises coming to you as soon as I possibly can. But Wendy does a lot of support for Doc, and I gotta say, she supports all of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly just fantastically. So thank you very much for hopping on, my dear. I didn't want to disappoint you and have you miss because you don't have an account on the Book of Face. So awesome. And if you did happen to have any questions, comments, please feel free to go ahead and load it into the comments section. We will be more than happy to answer whatever we can for you. And I definitely have to thank the entire crew of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly. Captain Devlin, our first mate, Cat McKenna, Nessa, Mercy. Mercy, how can we do without a cook? She is wonderful. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and take a look at the other Pirates of Fortune's Folly. Most of them are in the comments section. The wonderful Nessa, all of them have been fantastic over the past year and have allowed me to kind of help you through my story times, and they've been a great support piece. So love for all. And hello to Kate Kelly. Welcome to the party. This is the 1-year anniversary of Storytime with Doc. So It's a series that you can find on the Pirates of Fortune's Folly Facebook page, as well as on the YouTube. So I think we have time if I don't see a whole lot of comments. So let's see. Okay. Don't see a whole lot of comments, questions, concerns, but much love for all of my crew. And I have at least one more story for you tonight, and it's from an author that I really do love and appreciate. She has written many wonderful pirate stories, and you'll probably be familiar with her through our Captain Blown Apart series. And that's right, I'm talking about Helga Hopkins. Helga Hopkins and David Benham actually did the Captain Blown Apart series, but they also do another series, Wizzy-Woo. And there is actually a Wizzy-Woo and the Pirate Treasure Book. So maybe we'll be able to finish off the night with that. Kirsten? The fiercest? No way! We have... Hello, Kirsten! Kirsten the fiercest. And I'm no good at that, but... Hello to you, and it's so good to see you, and hopefully we will be seeing you again this year when we return to the port of Olcott, New York, where we will actually be having our the Olcott Pirate Festival. So we will be returning. We did miss it last year, and that is, if somebody could put it in the comments, it's in July. I believe it's the second weekend. Doc needs a schedule keeper. He's not real good. That's why you'll always find me sleeping under a tree or something like that. But we do look forward to coming back and to seeing you and your entire piratical family. And thank you for all the love and support. We love you so. All of you have been absolutely amazing. So we have another story. What do you think, Captain? Should we dive into the third story, or I'll give Captain Devlin a chance to decide whether he wants to jump into the third story now, or do we hold off for a little bit, answer some questions, force you to be a little interactive with us. But in the meantime, please feel free to put some comments in there. While I can't see them, we can definitely let's see. Oh, there we go. Yes, there are comments. Oh, so look at that. We did happen to have and there we go. Chappie, our chaplain, is here as well. So hello to you. I finally had a chance to see Olcott, New York is on July 10th through the 11th, the Olcott Pirate Festival in Olcott, New York, which is up near Niagara Falls. If you are even vaguely in the area, I highly recommend you going and stopping in. And hello, it is so good to see Mitchell and Paula here as well. A lot of great love and support from you guys. You guys have been supportive even before there was a story time with Doc. Now, I know the question's been asked, and I see Jessica has asked this. Whatever made us decide to start doing story time with Doc? Well, last year, I believe we can all remember how we had the enforced shore leave, and we were all stuck away from one another. And myself and the crew were kind of separated. I was left at the encampment here, while all the rest of the crews were left at their own respective ports. And we were disconnected from you people, the ones who we love and who support us. So we had to try and find a way to kind of connect, send you a seagull, a messenger seagull, if you will, a kind of message in the bottle, letting you know that we still love and we appreciate all you do. And so we started to work on how can we do that. And we came up with Story Time with Doc. And it was basically a chance for me to read children's pirate stories to all of you who we know and we love and who show us support. It was our way of giving back, since we couldn't be at any of the pirate festivals or anything else where we would usually see you. So that's kind of how Storytime with Doc got started. And please feel free that if you're ever at one of our events, hopefully we can do a Storytime with Doc live and in person. It's one of the things that I will look forward to. And I've got 50 plus great stories that we've already read together that I can share with you at live events going forward. Awesome. So hopefully that answers your question, Jessica, and thank you all. And the question has come in, is there a link to the festival you will be at in New York? There is on the Book of Face. If somebody could share that in the Clock app, as well as our calendar in the Clock app, that would be fantastic. I don't know if it will translate real well, but there is a link to it. And Mel Sanders, we will definitely try and get you that. If anything, do me a favor, please send me a private message in the Clock app, and I will make sure that if we don't get it into the Clock app chat, I will be able to make sure that you get that as well. And it looks like we will also have the ability, if you guys do enjoy meeting Doc, there will be also a special appearance. June 25th, I believe, is the date, at the Capital City Mall. There's a Color Me Mine. I heard that there's a pirate party, and I may have to crash it. So keep that in mind, folks. I would love to, if you're in the Harrisburg Central State area, and you have nothing to do, stop by the Capital City Mall, Color Me Mine, and maybe you can get some painting done while I read you stories. We will see if we will see you then. As well as there is actually a piratesoffortunesfolly.com/calendar where you can keep up to date on all of our events that we're actually doing. So wonderful. And hopefully I'm going back real quick to see if I've missed anything. Kirsten, hello. Jack wants the color book again. Okay, well, I can actually read for him whenever he wants. And I'm just going back to see. I think I got... And Dakar is here as well. So, hello, Dakar. Dakar is a wealth of historical knowledge. If you haven't seen any of his videos, I highly recommend it, going to the Pirates of Fortune's Folly YouTube channel and taking a look at Dakar's stuff. He's a wonderful craftsman, wonderful historian. Highly recommend you take a look at that stuff. Awesome. And Harv de Grace, I will defer to the captain as to Harv de Grace, if they are going to be doing anything and if we're going to be allowed to be involved. But hopefully we will be able to get back to Harv de Grace, because that's the first place that we met both you and Mitchell Paula. So I look forward to Harv de Grace down in Maryland. And we're also going to be looking at expanding our footprints of where we can go and where we can meet new and interesting people. So I highly look forward to it. So all great questions, all great comments. And hopefully, Mel Sanders, we can see you at the Alcott event. And What do you think, Captain? Should we go ahead and read the final story, or should we still hold off a little bit? We can have some time for socialization, that's for sure. And ahoy, Jill! So good to see you. Um, Jill is one of our pirate sisters. So good to see you. Can't wait till we see you at Alcott. Uh, we have been low on our hug quota this year, and we are definitely looking to make it up, my dear. Awesome. And thank you all for tuning in, spending time with us. Um, I think we are. Let me just fix stuff there. Awesome. So let's say we jump into the third and final story and see where we're at. So, Wizzy-Woo and the Pirate Treasure, again by Helga Hopkins, who has been a great supporter of Storytime with Doc. And she has written some, again, wonderful stories. I highly recommend that you go to your local bookstore or Amazon. Take a look at all that Helga Hopkins has to begin. Let's begin, shall we? Kristen was deep asleep, but her little kitten, Wizzy-Woo, could not sleep at all. He had such exciting news for his friends, and he couldn't wait to tell them. Wonder what it could be. In the morning, Wizzy rushed out without having his breakfast. In the garden, he met up with his friends, Sylvia, Bobo, and grumpy old Bibbit. The children are sailing over to the island for a treasure hunt today, Wizzy said excitedly. Ooh, treasure hunt. I like that. Wow, that would be such a lovely adventure, said Sylvia. And I wouldn't mind going too, said Bibbit. But the children would never take us along. Then Wizzy had a brilliant idea. We could all hide in Kristen's bicycle basket and then sneak onto the boat that way. Everyone thought this would be a really good fun. The bike was too high for the kittens to jump up into the basket. So they climbed onto Bibbit's shoulders, and Bovo helped them in. Then Bibbit hopped in as well, and they pulled the cover over their heads. Kristen, her friend Jack, and Kristen's dad collected the bikes and rode off. The cats heaved a big sigh of relief as they had not been detected. They enjoyed the ride with the wind whistling through their whiskers. Sounds like fun. But when they got to the boatyard, Kristen discovered the cats in her bicycle basket. Her dad decided there was no time to take the cats back home, so They might as well come along on the boat ride. Wizzy and Sylvia had huge grins on their little faces as they scampered into the boat. All the other children wished they had a ship's cat too. It's always good to have a ship's cat, that's for sure. Kristen and the kittens sat in the front of the boat. Every now and again, a big wave would splash over them. They thought this was very exciting. The big cats snoozed in the middle of the boat, safely away from all the splashes. I guess they're not real fans of getting splashed about. After they landed on the island, the cats stayed behind while the children and parents went on a treasure hunt. After a while, the cats got bored and decided to do some exploring. Suddenly, Wizzy pointed to a small hole in the ground and said excitingly, "Oh, I can see something sparkling down there." He pushed his head through the hole and promptly got stuck. "I'm stuck!" he screamed. "Help!" He got his head in there pretty good. The other cats tried to pull him out. "Stop!" screamed Wizzy. "You're pulling my ears off." "Serves you right," grumbled Bivet, "for sticking your nose where it doesn't belong." Sylvia got very worried, but Bovo suggested pushing Wizzy further in and then pulling him out again after the hole was made bigger. The cats pushed very hard against Wizzy when suddenly the ground gave way and they all fell through the hole. They landed on a huge mound of gold coins. "Look! We found a pirate's treasure," said Bovo. "I would have preferred a mound of sausages," grumbled Bivet. And anyway, how are we getting out of here?" "Is that a tunnel over there?" asked Wizzy. "They found some pirate treasure. 'Tis always a good thing." It was, and the cats gingerly entered the tunnel, but quickly jumped back. Sat in the tunnel was a skeleton with a black beard, an eye patch, and a three-cornered hat on his skull. Sitting on his shoulder was the skeleton of a parrot. "This must be Captain Blackbeard's skeleton," said Bovo. "And he'll soon be joined by 4 cat skeletons if we don't get out of here," muttered Bivet. I think they're afraid. Then he sniffed the air and moaned, "Ah, I smell barbecue chicken. Oh, I bet it will all be eaten before anybody looks for us." He flopped down and covered his eyes with his front paws. Just then, they heard Kristen singing. All the cats meowed as loudly as they could until Kristen's head appeared above them. "Dad!" screamed Kristen. "The cats have found a pirate treasure!" The cats were saved, and all the parents and children went to admire the treasure while the cats had their eye on the barbecue chicken on the picnic table. I guess everybody's finding their own treasure today. "It would be a shame if this lovely chicken got cold," said Bibbit. Bobo agreed, and all the cats started to tuck in. "This is the best adventure ever," said Bibbit, stroking his increasingly large stomach. The treasure was taken to the town museum, and all the cats became very famous. They were invited to the treasure exhibition and were presented with a shiny gold medal each. They were very proud. And Bibbit muttered he would have much preferred a nice sausage rather than a medal. Luckily, Kristen gave them all a big bowl of fish when they got home. Wizzy thought life couldn't get any better. First the adventure, then the medal, and now some lovely tasty fish. All he wanted now was a long, comfy snooze on Kristen's lap. Meow. It seems that the cats did get into some adventures today, and I guess everybody got their reward in a sense. The cats got some wonderful barbecue chicken. They got some fish. They got some golden medals. Not that they really mattered, but they were famous cats, and it all worked out. And the town was able to find Blackbeard's treasure and enjoy all of that along with the parents and the children. So I would say that this is a win-win-win scenario for everybody. So again, what a wonderful story. And I do love all of Helga Hopkins' work and all that she does. So a huge thank you to Helga Hopkins and actually to all of the authors who have helped me over the past year to bring you such great stories. So a huge round of applause and a huge huzzah for all of the authors that I have read yet and still have yet to read, because there are still more stories in Storytime with Doc, and I look forward to bringing them to you every Wednesday night. And like I said, you can find them here on the Book of Faces, or you can actually find them on the Pirates of Fortune's Folly YouTube. So please feel free to find us on all of the social networking. Keep up with all of our excuse me, our hijinks and adventures, and keep track of the entire crew. So I do believe we are coming up to close to the end of the hour here. And I would love to thank everybody who joined us, stayed with us, spent a little bit of time with us. Thank you very, very much for all that the love and support that you guys give us all throughout the entire year at all of our events. Whether it be through the Clock app, whether it be through the Book of Faces. We couldn't do it without all of you. So definitely a huge huzzah and a huge thank you to all of you as well. If you are on the Clock app, you will find, if you scroll over to my page, you will find a link tree in there. And in the link tree, you will be able to find all of the Pirates of Fortune's Follies adventures online, including our web page, our Book of Faces page, our YouTube channel, as well as a way to support the crew down at the bottom. So if you love what the Pirates of Fortune's Folly bring to you, please feel free to hit that link and send us a little thank you. It supports us and allows us to bring education, entertainment, and to all of you across the country. And Scott, we will see everyone next month as well. We look forward to it. Huzzah! So, any last minute comments, questions, concerns for myself or any of the crew of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly? I just happen to be out here tonight, but all of our crew does such wonderful stuff. Nessa, our mermaids, the captain, Kat, Mercy, our cook, excellent producer of content for the Magic Mirror as well, one and all. So any other comments, questions, concerns? If not, I will give you guys back your night. I would like to thank you all for the time that you spend with us, and I look forward to seeing you every week, every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for Storytime with Doc, and for all of our events that we will be at. So be sure to come out and visit us. So until next time, my friends, be safe and be well. Love for you all.